everybody, and welcome to Buffalo Bridal Association's Wedding Planning Weekly, sponsored by Salvatore's Italian Gardens. I'm Beth Clark.
And I'm Ben Fantaschi. Our show is all about sharing tips, ideas, and advice for planning your wedding in Western New York. We're going to connect you with local businesses who are all members of the BBA, and whose goal is to help make your wedding daydreams come true.
Today, we begin a brand new segment called Member Q&A. Almost every day, brides-to-be email or call us with questions pertaining to their upcoming wedding. Some are easy to answer, and others, not so easy.
So we're calling in the experts to discuss a different aspect of your wedding day planning. Jewelry, music, photography, your limo service, cakes, just the start. And we'll have industry leaders from the Buffalo Bridal Association suggest questions that you should be asking before signing on the dotted line. Today's topic, questions to ask your jeweler. That's coming up a little bit later in the show.
Let's get things rolling today by introducing you to a couple who got married not too long ago. Ross and Erica's wedding story has been captured on DVD by the team at Key Video. Let's take a look.
The first time I met Erica was during the Friday night of my first weekend at the University at Buffalo. I was just hanging out of my dorm.
I was actually in the hallway.
You were in the hallway?
Yeah, you met me in the hallway.
Yeah, we met you in the hallway. Thought you looked kind of cute.
I actually missed his name the first 3 times that people were introduced to him in the hallway, and then when we got back to the room, because I was so distracted. This is gonna sound really weird. I had like this flash in my head of cute little blonde babies running through my yard and being married to Ross, not knowing that Ross was a little blonde baby with curls. I pictured a child that looked very much like Ross did when he was younger. And I was like, I think I like this guy. We started dating 5 days later. I'm not kidding when I said I grabbed him up before he had any chance at anybody else.
It was Wednesday night. I was bored, so I was like, hey, let me just go over and just go say hi. And it was a very long hi.
We stayed up literally all night. There was no sleep that night. So 5 days after we met, we stayed up all night talking. Much to my roommate's chagrin, because we were in my dorm room at the time, and I don't
mostly
think she
quiet.
slept. She tells me she didn't sleep much. And then we decided at 6:30 that we would go out to Baird Point on UB's North Campus. We watched the sunrise, and that's where we had our first kiss. And we decided that that must be the day that we started dating.
Actually, it's a fun story. I was down in Atlanta visiting my parents, and at that time, my grandmother was visiting from South Africa. And I hadn't seen her for 6 years at that point. A couple days later, we end up going to I end up going to the mall with my grandmother because I just needed to return something for my dad, and they were at work, and I was keeping my granny company since while she was there by herself. Back in my mind, I was like, I bet you my granny's gonna take me to the jewelry department because I know how she works. We were looking, and there was a couple of rings I saw, and then I just saw this one ring, which I was like, it was perfect. It was unique. It had a nice emerald in it. Because I've been told if I buy diamonds, she says no. And the surprising part was I was just gonna pay for it, and then my granny's like, no, I'm gonna pay for it. And
This was before she had ever met me.
And then we ended up going up, driving up, and we're in Rochester for a family friend's wedding. This was on the Saturday. The funny part is all through the wedding, she's ragging on me about, see, look, we can have this, look, we can have this. And I'm just sitting there back of my head going, yeah, but I've got your ring, and when you find out that I had your ring, you're gonna feel bad.
Yeah, so he proposed on Sunday. We actually stayed over at one of his family friends' houses. And in the morning, he was showing me some things that he had gotten from Atlanta. And I'm sitting there still brooding over the fact that we're not engaged and not getting married. He's got all of these seashells that are out on the bed. Every seashell I pick up, I'm peeking underneath the seashell to see if there's a ring attached to it. And there's not, and so I'm disappointed. Then he pulls the ring out and shows me the box. And now I look at this box and I get incredibly excited. But of course it's a non-traditional ring. So I had to confirm with him, but of course first, I'm too terribly excited to say anything. I think I said something to the effect of, does that mean? And that's all I got out.
I was like, yes. I've yet to figure out what it is. I just know it's just something about her which just makes me just want to be who I am. So I mean, it's definitely a feeling of that we will grow together and just get better and better as time goes on.
Ross is probably one of the sweetest people that you're ever going to meet. And you can't tell it but he's constantly trying to do things to help other people. And he just has just a glow about him that he's constantly trying to better the world and to help other people. There aren't really requests that he turns down if someone needs help, but you can't tell because he's so quiet, and he's not the type to put it out there. He just is that way. Ross makes me feel like I'm the most important recipient of all of that caring and all of that love for the world. I never grew up as one who wanted to be, Cinderella or anything like that. I was a tomboy. I was okay with being Cinderella before she went to the ball. But I kind of feel, and it's hokey, but I kind of feel a little bit like a princess. It's sort of like being sort of the most special person in the world, even if it's just to one. I don't know, my world wouldn't really be a complete world without him.
Key Video wedding stories captured for lifetime on DVD. For the finest in wedding day videography, call Key Video at 884-KEY-1.
Wow, those two are going to be glad that they have that to show their grandchildren. There's a lot to be said for having the professionals capture your wedding. Key Video has the team and the experience to preserve your wedding day memories with excellence. Just ask me or any of the other 1,000+ wedding clients that they have served over the years, and we'll tell you.
Right now, another charter member of the Buffalo Bridal Association that is planning a major expansion of their business very soon, Diamond Cutters of Western New York.
Kim, walking into Diamond Cutters of Western New York, especially this Ellicott Square building, what a great setting, what a great showroom. What an incredible vibe that a first-time buyer or any buyer would get just walking into your showroom.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've been in business since 1984, and there's definitely a reason for that.
You walk into this showroom, and it's like New York City. It just feels so cool, and it's got that vibe to it.
Yes.
The first-time diamond buyer might be thinking, oh, I got to shop at the mall or I got to shop at one of those big chains. But boy, they'd be missing out on the opportunity of this kind of personal experience if they missed out on Diamond Cutters.
Yes, our buying a diamond with Diamond Cutters, the first-time experience is probably the most exciting for us as salespeople too. They're very excited to be here. They're not sure what they want. They're kind of all over the place. Yeah. And it's fun teaching them what there is to know about diamonds and helping them, put that smile on their face. When they walk out of here, they know they came to the right place.
Right, and they're getting the most for their money.
Yes, they are.
Because you guys eliminate the middleman.
That's right. Our diamonds only have one exchange. We buy the rough, we cut the stones, and then we deliver them to you.
Oh, so that represents, what would you say? Just ballpark, what kind of savings?
25%, 25% from retail.
So seriously, a diamond buyer will save 25 to 30% shopping here versus one of those big chains.
Yes, we don't have the overhead. It may look like we do, but we do not have the overhead that your mall chain stores do.
And they get the personalized attention.
Right, and we have a smaller staff. We don't have 10 people on at all times. A smaller staff that's very knowledgeable. We've all been in the business for 15 years plus, and there's nothing that we can't answer and help you with.
Sure. Now, you told me earlier that shopping for a diamond, it's smarter to shop loose diamonds.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because you can see the true color and clarity of the stone with nothing behind it, and you should always have them placed on a white background for you.
Oh, white.
Yes, because then you can see any imperfections that are visible to the naked eye. You can see color more clearly that way. When diamonds are set and mounted, whatever is behind them on the ring reflects through the stone and takes away from the diamond sometimes what you're really truly looking at.
So buying a diamond that's already set is kind of a mistake then?
Kind of a mistake, yes.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Annette and Kim. Next up, we're heading to Depew to find out why Salvatore's Italian Gardens may be the perfect place to host your event. They can accommodate anyone's needs from 30 to 600 people, and they've been doing it for nearly 45 years. Here's our own Tammy Papia with more.
Josette, as the banquet coordinator for Salvatore's, what is your role?
As a banquet coordinator, our role is to help a bride and groom and their families create a reception that runs very smoothly. It's a big part of your wedding day, so you want everything to be perfect.
So when a bride-to-be and her fiancé come and visit you for that initial consultation, what should be some of the questions that they're prepared to ask you?
The first question is, how many people are you going to have? We need to know that number so we can pick an appropriate room for you. And then from there, we need to know what time of year are you looking to get married. Do you have a specific date? Do you want to get married on a Saturday, a Friday?
Are you finding that Fridays are becoming more popular?
We are. Fridays are becoming increasingly popular, and so are some of the Sundays before a Monday holiday. We do have a great incentive for those weddings as well. If you have your wedding on a Friday or Sunday and you have 100 adults with a 4-hour open bar, we'll give the bride and groom a complimentary honeymoon suite at our hotel, the Garden Place Hotel, and then we'll also give you a 10% discount on the reception here at Salvatore's.
Oh, love that. Well, listen, I know that not too long ago you yourself were married, and like thousands of other brides, had your reception right here in this beautiful building, in fact, right here in this very room. So when an engaged couple comes to you and asks, why Salvatore's? How would you respond to that?
The first thing I would say is the atmosphere is absolutely amazing here. All of our ballrooms are beautiful. We have great decor as far as, the chairs are great. We provide beautiful table linens and tablescapes. We even have centerpieces if you need them. From there, I would say that our staff is amazing. We've been open for 43 years, and some of the people who are working for us have been here for over 30. So we have a lot of experience doing what we do. And after that, the food. The food is amazing here. The chefs do a great job. Everything about it is just amazing. There's nothing that we can't do for your wedding.
That's fabulous, and I totally agree. Well, thank you so much for coming to talk to me today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
If you'd like to learn more about Salvatore's Italian Gardens, the Garden Place Hotel for your wedding guests,
or get in touch with any of our members, jump online to BuffaloBridalAssociation.com. There, you'll find links, video clips, and a whole lot more.
Don't go away. There's lots more to come, including taking a look at the latest options and necklines that you have to see. Coming up a little bit later in this edition of Wedding Planning Weekly. Stay with us.
With over 11 million color and style combinations, finding a match for your groomsmen doesn't have to be alarming. Tuxedo Junction, where you are a special occasion.
Elio DiPaolo's Restaurant, Ringside Lounge, and Banquet Facility. Elio DiPaolo's. We cater to your dreams.
Where can you find the lowest liquor prices? Where can you find the deals? You want popular brands of wine, rum, and tequila with service you just can't beat. How do you like your drink? I like it on the rocks. I like it on the rocks. Liquor.
With Tuxedo Junction's 11 million color combinations, bridesmaids' dresses have met their match. Tuxedo Junction, where you are a special occasion.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Phenomenon Events and Productions, the special events production company.
You know, every bride does something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Well, we say, why just stop there? Why not something exquisite as well?
Speaking of exquisite, every wedding party needs flowers. It's a tradition that dates back centuries, long before the wedding cake and even the white wedding gown.
BBA members Teresa Maroney and Jackie Shank are the experts who can help in designing your perfect wedding flowers. Take a look.
When choosing a florist for your wedding, it's all about quality, style, and service. Owners Jackie Shank from A Blooming Place and Teresa Maroney from Floral Accents are the experts that will guide you every step of the way.
Boutonnieres provide the finishing touch for men's attire.
It's not about the old-fashioned carnation. Let's kick it up a notch with some stem wraps and a little bit of bling.
Or you can use some grasses and berries for a natural appeal, and the gold bullion gives it a nice edge.
Or a floral leaf pocket with gold edging and a little baby's breath gives it a very unique touch.
Or here's a boutonniere that combines the elements of floral and gemstones for that couple that's over the top.
And these are just a few floral facts that you can take down the aisle.
Welcome back to Wedding Planning Weekly, sponsored by Salvatore's Italian Gardens. Remember, if you want to know more about anything you've seen on our show, simply log on to BuffaloBridalAssociation.com.
When you're shopping for your wedding service providers, you're looking for much more than someone to merely show up at your event. You're looking for individuals who will listen to you and understand your vision for your big day.
Individuals like those from Phenomenon Events and Productions.
It's one day, one party, one dream come true. And the one place that can make it all happen is Phenomenon Events and Productions. Phenomenon is ambiance. We can transform any room into the perfect backdrop for your special day. Create dramatic effects with our professional lighting, event design, and signature monogram projections. Phenomenon is memories. Capture the beauty of your wedding day with unforgettable photos and videos from Phenomenon Events and Productions. Let our team of professional photographers and videographers help tell your love story with creative approach that reflects your personal style. Phenomenon is fun. Make your wedding one they'll talk about for years with the best in entertainment. Invite your guests to create their own keepsakes inside our photo and video booths. Then, get them up and out of their seats with world-class DJ entertainment, provided by energetic personalities who know how to keep the party going. Phenomenon is everything you need. Our team of more than 25 professionals can handle every aspect of your wedding, including pre-planning, event coordination, emceeing, and even officiating. Phenomenon is weddings. We make it easy. We make it special. We make it exactly what you're dreaming of. So make the time to meet us in person. Contact Phenomenon Events and Productions today. Call 824-4714 or visit us online at phenomenonevents.com.
Thanks, Ben. Once again, we're at the Bridal Chateau, where we're going to go over different neckline options for bridals. Now, maybe you're ready to go out there and start trying on some of these dresses, but you're not sure exactly what you're looking for. We're going to go over what some of these options are called so that you can tell your consultant and she'll help you find the perfect dress. First, we're going to show you a sculpted strapless. Now, you have straight across necklines, you have sweetheart that dip low. The sculpted is a nice intermediary. It's not too high, it's not too low, and it's very flattering on all shapes and sizes. It just has a gentle little dip in the center. Now we also can showcase a baton neckline. What that is it's a high neck that comes right about your breastbone. A different type of neckline is the crumb catcher. But what that means is you've got beautiful folds of fabric that kind of stick away from the dress. You will find variations of all these necklines. Some might come out a little bit more, some might be tacked down, but you're going to get those lovely little pleats. It helps a smaller busted girl, it kind of fills us out a little bit more and evens everything off. We've got some beautiful beadwork on this gown too. Behind me, we have some one shoulder options. These two have flowers. You can do a sleeve off of them, maybe a flutter. We have a deep V-neck. The most popular neckline though seems to be the sweetheart. We're going to show you a beautiful dress that's a nice fitted silhouette. Again, there's all different variations of the sweetheart. This one is a nice in the middle. Again, they can dip down a little bit lower. We've got all this nice beading. It's very chunky. It accents the bodice very nicely. We have beautiful luminous satin, a beaded applique on the side. And if you turn to the back, Nora, we've got a beautiful lace-up back and nice folded pleats, finishing off a very fitted silhouette. Now there's so many different options. So what you need to do is just come on into the Bridal Chateau. They don't take appointments for viewing and trying on dresses. So come on in and see what kind of styles they have to offer for you.
With over 11 million color and style combinations, finding a match for your groomsmen doesn't have to be alarming. Tuxedo Junction, where you are a special occasion.
The key to getting a great video of your wedding day is knowing every emotion will be caught on tape. The key to getting a treasured keepsake of the sights and sounds of your celebration is hiring a professional team with the best equipment. The key to choosing your wedding videographer is trust. Trust Key Productions to capture every scene, every emotion, with broadcast quality equipment and a professional, unobtrusive style. The key is trust. Brides have trusted Key for over 20 years. Key Productions. Call 884-5391 to request a free demo or visit us on the web at keyvideo.com. Known for impeccable attention to detail, incredible atmosphere, and brilliant food presentation, Salvatore's Italian Gardens has been serving newlyweds for over 40 years. For your shower, rehearsal party, or wedding reception, our experienced staff will tend to your every need. If it's an intimate setting of 30 or an extravaganza of 600, prepare to enter a world where dreams come true. Salvatore's Italian Gardens.
With Tuxedo Junction's 11 million color combinations, bridesmaids' dresses have met their match. Tuxedo Junction, where you are a special occasion.
We're back. As you plan your wedding, you really want to do your homework well in advance and be prepared to ask the right questions when meeting with your wedding service providers. Here's Jim Newman in a little segment we like to call BBA Q&A.
The jewelry store is usually the first stop for the groom-to-be as he begins his wedding planning journey with his fiancée. But before you sign on the dotted line, there are some questions you should be asking as you build a relationship together and a relationship with your jeweler. And who better to ask than Jim Newman, owner of S&E Jewelers. Jim, it's great to have you part of Wedding Planning Weekly.
Thank you, Mike. You too.
Now, I remember back when I was just a kid seeing John Starr, founder of S&E, in those old TV commercials wearing the King's hat. Mm-hmm. He'd feel right at home right here, wouldn't he?
Oh, yes, he'd love it.
What was his mantra?
That was S&E Jewelers, where the customer is always king or queen.
Does his legacy still continue today at S&E?
Yes, it sure does. In regards to the customer relationship, putting that customer first, the generations, like as you said, mentioned 60 years plus, the customers are continually being taken care of year after year, and generation to generation, seeing those children and grandchildren come on board.
Question number one, what's the difference between purchasing an engagement ring from a jeweler as opposed to going to a store that just sells jewelry?
With a jeweler, you have someone usually that's knowledgeable, that has been doing this, like I said, most of my life. Where you have that professionalism, you have the knowledge, you have the ability to do creations, make things. You're not just selling a commodity, you're actually, creating memories.
Okay, tip number two, guarantees. Isn't every jewelry purchase guaranteed?
That's something that's important. That's sometimes a misconception when buying things. Oh, they'll just bring it back, it just broke or something. But most of the time, through the chain stores and whatnot, are selling warranties and guarantees that people have to pay over and above.
All right, when things break, you're talking about repairs. Is your jeweler skilled to do repairs on the premises? Another tip.
Many places don't have that luxury or ability, and it really comes down to a customer service thing as well, to have that piece that it's not 20, 30 days, out being repaired. You have the jeweler in-house to be able to take care and cater the needs of the client right then and there.
Question number four, does your jeweler offer you 100% of what you paid for your diamond when you decide you want to upgrade in the future?
Many customers and brides and grooms obviously have budgets, so we try to focus on that in mind when they might want this size diamond, but this is their budget. So get the nice diamond, get something that's quality. Don't worry about it, because down the road you can come back to us. We'll give you 100% of your diamond guarantee when you decide to upgrade and get that and have your cake and eat.
And it's all about personal attention, isn't
Correct,
it?
yes.
Does your jeweler have what it takes to be your personal jeweler?
Well, it all starts with relationship and the ability, not only that, but to have the product in the store. not just your bride's, your wedding band and engagement ring, but also those items that gift ideas for the grooms and the mother of the brides and things like that, where you have the ability to have those in the store, giving them options. Some have wedding planners and some don't, so we try to be that little bit of a coordinator as well and have the items there on hand to be able to show them that and give them the ability to do a free layaway, to extend the plans of things so they can make things work over their time and budget.
Very, very good. Well, you heard it. At S&E, they have hundreds of loose diamonds and designer settings to choose from. Or you can work with one of their talented designers and in-house goldsmiths to design your own. Go down, check them out. They're at 442 Niagara Falls Boulevard in Tonawanda. The legacy continues.
More great advice for every bride to be watching today. You know, the planning stages of a wedding can be some of the most fun you'll ever have. Take tuxedos, for instance. When it comes to choosing tuxedos for your wedding party, it's all about the color.
At Tuxedo Junction, we make fitting your out-of-town groomsmen easy. Send in your measurements, keep track of your guys with My Wedding Planner, have a tuxedo ready and waiting in the city where your ceremony is taking place. All online at tuxedojunction.com. Let the guys travel, not the tuxedos. When you want your wedding party to look their best, Tuxedo Junction is the place to go. With the newest styles and the latest trends, we carry exclusive designers you won't find anywhere else, including Calvin Michaels New York, Perry Ellis, and Oleg Cassini. With hundreds of colors to choose from, we coordinate with all major dress designers. Order your free color swatch today at tuxedojunction.com. You've found your perfect color. Now, find your perfect match. Visit us at tuxedojunction.com.
That's all the time we have for today's show. I really want to encourage you to log on to BuffaloBridalAssociation.com. In fact, go to your computer right now and check out everything it has to offer.
For everyone here at Buffalo Bridal Association and Wedding Planning Weekly, we'll see you next week right here at the same time. Goodbye, everybody.
Where can you find the lowest liquor prices? Where can you find the deals? You want popular brands of wine, rum, and tequila with service you just can't beat. How do you like your drink? I like it on the ride. I like it on the ride. Liquor.
When you think Volkswagen of Orchard Park, the only Volkswagen dealer that's all Volkswagen, all the time. Think that's cool? We put all certified pre-owned vehicles through a 112-point inspection and give them an additional 2-year, 24,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, along with 24-hour roadside assistance. Not bad, huh? Volkswagen of Orchard Park, near the corner of Mile Strip and Southwestern. Think Volkswagen of Orchard Park.